Alcohol is a depressant and contains ethyl alcohol and ethanol. Ethanol is an intoxicating ingredient in beer, wine, and liquor and produced by the fermentation of yeast, sugars, and starches. The name of this speech today is Alcoholism, the Family Destroyer, and more. Alcohol is a part of many of our lives, and we use it for different reasons. We use it to help us relax, drown our sorrows, have fun with our friends, or just to numb ourselves, etc. Many other reasons. What happens when all those sorrows have been drowned, the fun is over, the numbness wears off, and you still crave that addictive ingredient in alcohol? As a young child and teenager, I became very familiar with what it was like to grow up in a family, in a household with an alcoholic. Many days were spent in my room, not because I was afraid I was going to get hurt, but because I was afraid something was going to happen to my daddy. And I was always told that there's 3 things that an alcoholic will do. 1, they'll kill themselves. 2, they'll get help and quit drinking. Or 3, they'll die from cirrhosis of the liver. An alcoholic friend of the family's had already committed suicide. He had killed himself under his favorite tree in his backyard. And that stayed with me a lot, and I was worried that that was going to happen with my daddy. One day I came home from school and his car was in the driveway, and he should be at work, I thought. When I entered the house, my dad was standing there and said he had something he wanted me to see. So I followed him to the bedroom door to see lying on his bed 2 shotguns and an Alcoholics Anonymous book lying between the guns. Not knowing what to do and being young, I just turned and walked away. Later that day, I told my mom, and she told me that that was just a cry for help. Well, as a teenager, it scared me. In a few years, my dad would go on to admit himself in a hospital and get treatment. And that was awesome. That was a wonderful time. But the effects of the alcohol had already been done. The family was torn apart. Christmas, Thanksgiving, holidays wasn't what they used to be. Now they were spent at 2 different places instead of one happy place. There are several possible causes behind this disease called alcoholism, and their consequence effects prove to be detrimental for both the consumer and the people around him. Sorry. So as more and more underage people start drinking, the rise in fetal alcohol syndrome, and lifelong effects to those children whose mother drank while she was pregnant, the children who did not ask to be born, will continue to rise. Underage drinking is becoming a bigger and more widespread problem. The National Institute on Alcohol Abuse and Alcoholism states that research indicates that children of alcoholic parents are at greater risk than other children of becoming alcoholics. Some people will say that drinking is a victimless crime. Really? Is that what you would tell that mother that just got the phone call that a drunk driver hit her daughter head on and that her daughter was killed and never would return home again? You know, guns kill people. Do they really? Isn't it the people who have those guns that kill people? So wouldn't it be people kill people? It is also true that alcohol plays a large part in violence. People get together, start drinking, start getting mouthy, someone gets mad, fight breaks out, there comes the gun, bam, somebody's shot and killed. Could the gun do that without the person holding that gun? Do you think the person holding that gun would have pulled that trigger if alcohol was not involved? No one can say for sure, but the point is, I have yet to discover anything good about the effects of alcohol. Stopping the sale of alcohol is the only way to decrease everything that has been mentioned here today. People wanted to ban cigarette smoking in public places. They got that passed. You can help make this happen by contacting your local congressman, and then we can start getting people's attention. It only takes a few to make this happen. And this speech is only just a small portion of the information that is available to you of what alcohol can do to you, your children, your siblings, your aunts, your uncles, your parents. Alcohol is a destroyer. There is absolutely nothing good about it. Help me get our local congressman to hear what we have to say and quit making alcohol so abundantly available. Thank you for being here today, and I look forward to seeing what our future holds on the prohibition of alcohol. Thank you.